Hi, this is Pat Harrington. You're listening to TV Confidential.
Jackie Gleason.
Ed Robertson with a reminder that Lucy Arnaz will join us in our second hour. We hope to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, we are bringing you an encore presentation of an edition of The Sounds of Lost Television that originally aired in 2011, in which Phil Gries and I look back at the short-lived CBS primetime talk show that Jackie Gleason hosted in February and March of 1961. Audio of this segment, as always, courtesy of Phil Gries and archival television audio, ATV audio.com. Jackie Gleason, the talk show, was a series that came about accidentally following the demise of You're in the Picture, the disastrous game show that CBS and Gleason aborted after one broadcast. In its place, for the first few weeks of 1961, Jackie Gleason conducted a series of live interviews with such friends and colleagues as Art Carney. This final clip that you prepared for us is, I guess this would have been one of the final appearances of the Jackie Gleason talk show. This aired on March 17th, 1961, and it features Bobby Darin.
Very special show.
It's a long clip, but and again, I guess this is the sort of in the spirit of the free-flowing nature of this program. It's Jackie Gleason sort of pulling a surprise on Bobby Darin.
Absolutely. And it's like being in their living room. That's what made these so charming, these shows.
Let's take a listen to it right now.
You know, the first time we met, of course I remember the first time we met. She was here then, too. Yeah. The first time I met you was right here in the studio, believe it or not, Jack. You know that.
That's right.
First time I ever sang a song before people, actually.
That's true. It was
On
the
your
first
show?
professional engagement he had ever had. How did you think you did?
I know how I did. I didn't do well at all.
I thought you were wonderful.
Are you kidding? I
No.
bombed.
You bombed.
I had lyrics written on my hand. I couldn't remember the words. I was so
You
nervous.
began to sweat and they ran, I suppose.
Sure did, right down to...
You didn't like your performance?
I thought it was terrible, very honestly. There's nothing modest about me. I thought it was
Well,
terrible.
now I'm very embarrassed.
What?
Because I have a terrible shock for you. I have the kinescope of the first performance you made before a professional audience 5 years ago. It's right here. And
You're
if
kidding
you
me.
have any... No, I'm not kidding.
You put on my leg, right?
No.
Doing shtick like with the stool.
No,
right?
nothing with the stool. Now, if you got any guts, I'll tell them to roll it.
I call your bluff.
Will you roll that thing 5
Come on,
years
Jack.
ago, the first professional appearance? Roll it for him, please.
Thank you very much, Tommy and Jimmy. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this here's a story about the Rock Island Line. Rock Island Line, she runs down into New Orleans. And just before she comes to New Orleans, there's a big old toll gate. And all the trains that go through that toll gate, well, they got to pay the man some money. Of course, if you got certain things on board, you're all right. You don't have to pay the man nothing. And just now we see a train coming by. And as she come up near that toll gate, why, the conductor, he just yell out to the train down to the man. He say, I got pigs, I got horses, I got cows, I got sheep, I got all livestock, I got all livestock, I got all livestock. And the man yelled back up, well, you all right, boy? Get on through. Don't have to pay me nothing. And that train go right on by. When that train get up a little further past that old toll gate, why, he started to pick up a little bit of steam. Started to pick up a little bit of speed, too. Yeah, and don't you know, when he safely passed that old toll gate, that old conductor holler right back down the line. He'd say, I fooled you, I got the pig iron, I got the pig iron, I got old pig iron. Now, let me tell you where I'm going, boy. On the Rock Island Line, it's a mighty good road. Rock Island.
Oh, are you kidding? That was mean.
No, that was you.
That's what I said. That was mean.
No, pal. I thought you were all right. What's wrong with that?
I had
The
to...
first appearance of a guy in front of a couple of million people, it's about 40 million people to be exact. I thought it was pretty good.
What happened to all my hair?
I don't know, but you had a bush then, I'll say that.
Jackie Gleason doing This Is Your Life with Bobby Darin on the March 17th, 1961 edition of the Jackie Gleason Talk Show, which aired briefly on CBS in early 1961 following the one-night demise of the disastrous primetime game show, you're in the picture. And it's interesting, Phil. As I say, in this case, he's sort of doing a little Ralph Edwards with Bobby Darin. But one of the interesting things about this clip is that the variety show that he mentions and that he played the clip from the Kinescope from was a show called Stage Show, which I didn't know this, Phil. Jackie Gleason produced.
Yes, Gleason produced Stage Show with Jimmy Dorsey, and it took over the second hour from 8 to 8:30. You had Gleason's very iconic 39-episode Honeymooners in '56. Mm-hmm. From 8:30 to 9, Stage Show came on. It's interesting to note that clip with the debut of Bobby Darin occurred on March 10th, 1956, and the following Saturday night, March 17th, was the first appearance by Elvis Presley on Stage Show. And he would subsequently do a number of stage shows, and that was his entrance also into the hearts and minds and living rooms of TV land.
And, of course, Elvis Presley appears on Stage Show a few months before his more famous television appearance on Sullivan.
Absolutely. So there was a great ground for training ground for a lot of young entertainers. And if you go back, which I've done, to TV Guide or to any reference book, there's no mention of Bobby Darin on March 10th, 1956. It's incredible. You have unknowns who they indicate are going to be on the show, and Bobby Darin's not even listed.
Well, it just speaks again to a couple things. One, what an eye for talent that Jackie Gleason had. Two, his skills. We know his skills as a television performer. Obviously, he had a hand in the production not only of his own show but shows such as Stage Show. And two, and I guess, and finally, just go as we wrap up our conversation tonight about the Jackie Gleason talk show. It may have been, an accidental happening, and it only had, a short 8-week airing on the air. But and even though it was kind of uneven from week to week, if you look at it and listen to it, it wasn't a bad show altogether.
I thought it was a fabulous show. I miss that type of presentation. We don't have it today. It's just it's historic because it was so informal, and it allowed you to really get to ingratiate oneself with regard to the guests who appeared with Gleason. It was like being at dinner with them, and they were informally just talking. I would like to clarify something that all reference books incorrectly state. And for the record, these shows were live. The actual title of these shows, if we want to be literal, was Jackie Gleason. It was not the Jackie Gleason Show. It had no other reference except Jackie Gleason. And most books, reference guides, they all indicate the Jackie Gleason Show, where it should be, from a purist standpoint, Jackie Gleason. And in those 8 weeks, I have 6 of them. I'm the only resource that has audio air checks of these. The only other air check is held by Paley Center for Media. They do have a Jane Mansfield episode, which I have as well. Otherwise, I have the only audio air check broadcast record of these shows.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
This portion of TV Confidential is brought to us by our friends at Front Porch Realty, the community of realtors in the Northern Bay area of California that is committed to finding the solution that is best for their clients. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to sell or lease your property in Northern California, call Karen Strain at 415-886-7411 or visit frontporchrealtygroup.com for more information on how they can help you.
One more item. If you're starting a company, particularly one that is in an emerging market, you know that averting any sort of legal dispute is crucial to your business plan. Our friends at Tectonic Law offer an array of services that can help you avoid and preempt future litigation while also developing and protecting your intellectual property and intangible assets. Tectonic Law serves the needs of a host of emerging industries throughout California and beyond, including industrial designers, beverage makers, artists, farmers, retail stores, health practitioners, wellness experts, cosmetics manufacturers, nonprofit organizations, innovators in sustainable practices, and libraries. Go to tectoniclaw.com to learn more about how Tectonic Law can help your business thrive. tectoniclaw.com. Rock solid representation for groundbreaking industries.
Accredited by Guinness World Records, welcome to Archival Television Audio Incorporated, a peerless TV soundtrack archive preserving the audio from television's first 3 decades, the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, the golden and silver age of television.
For more information, go to atvaudio.com.
Hi, this is Joanne Worley, and you're listening to TV Confidential.
Phil Gries is the founder and owner of Archival Television Audio, the largest vintage TV soundtrack archive in the world, featuring more than 15,000 hours worth of audio from more than 12,000 original television programs, such as Jackie Gleason or the Jackie Gleason Talk Show. By any other name, it is available at atvaudio.com, atvaudio.com. Phil, excellent stuff as always. We'll talk to you next time.
My pleasure.
Erica Gavin, star of Russ Meyer's Vixen, will join us when we come back. Then we'll welcome back singer, actress, Broadway star, and Emmy Award-winning producer Lucy Arnaz. All that more when we come back for hour number 2 of TV Confidential. Please stay with us.
Now you can get generic Viagra shipped to your door for about $2 a pill. Get the same impact for less. Call Steelman Pills now and get the same blue pill for about $2 a pill. Call now for the 50-pill special and save even more. Plus, get a free bonus.
800-932-2613. 800-932-2613. That's 800-932-2613.